The outcome of your entire day, your focus, your energy, your productivity, it's pretty much decided in the first 60 minutes you're awake. So we're about to break down a really powerful system for taking control of that first hour so you can win your day before it even really starts.
This one idea right here, it's the foundation for everything we're about to get into. See, this isn't about the pain of waking up early. It's about the incredible strategic advantage you get by building yourself up before the world starts knocking on your door. That's the core philosophy.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the why, then dive right into the step-by-step formula. We'll cover the inner foundations you're actually building, how to make the habit stick for good, and then a super clear challenge you can start, well, as soon as tomorrow morning.
Okay, let's kick things off with the big idea. And trust me, this is about so much more than just an alarm clock. It's about a total shift in how you approach your morning, moving from defense to offense.
This is the key concept, the victory hour. I want you to think of it as your personal sanctuary. It's a protected, totally non-negotiable 60 minutes where your only job is to invest in yourself. You are deliberately, intentionally constructing your best self before the chaos of the day has a chance to get its hands on you. Now, what's so fascinating here is the contrast. Most people, what do? They wake up, grab their phone, and immediately start reacting to emails, to notifications, to the news. Their entire nervous system is instantly on the back foot. High performers, on the other hand, start by constructing. They use that first hour to prime their body and their mind for creation mode.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? The philosophy is great, but the real power is in the blueprint. And that blueprint is the 20-20-20 formula. It's the engine that really drives the victory hour.
And this shows the structure perfectly. Your victory hour is broken down into 3 super distinct 20-minute blocks. Each one has a very specific purpose. We're going to break down every single one right now.
The very first pocket, from 5 to 5:20 a.m., is all about movement. And this is totally non-negotiable. You have to get your body activated first thing.
The key thing to get here is that this isn't about getting fit. It's about optimizing your brain chemistry. When you do intense exercise that makes you sweat, you immediately lower cortisol. That's your stress hormone. It also releases something called BDNF. You can think of it like fertilizer for your brain, which helps repair your brain cells. Plus, you get a natural flood of dopamine for drive and serotonin for happiness. You are literally rewiring your brain for peak performance the second you wake up.
Okay, next up, from 5:20 to 5:40, we have the reflect phase. So after you've activated your body, the goal here is to create some quiet and stillness for your mind. Most of us carry yesterday's emotional baggage right into today. Well, this pocket is your chance to clear all that out. The analogy of cleaning off a messy desk before you start work is perfect. Through journaling or just sitting in silence, you gain clarity, you cut down on anxiety, and you set a very clear, intentional direction for the day ahead.
And the final 20 minutes of your victory hour, from 5:40 to 6 a.m., is all about growth. This is where you feed your mind.
Your brain is just primed for learning first thing in the morning. This is basically the equivalent of investing money when you're young. The compounding effect over time is just massive. Just 20 minutes a day reading a book or studying a new skill adds up to over 120 hours of focused learning in a year. That right there creates an unbelievable competitive advantage.
All right, so we've covered the what. That's the 20-20-20 routine. But why does it work so well on such a deep level? Well, it's because it's specifically designed to build the very foundation of personal mastery.
When you run this routine, you're not just going through the motions. You are methodically strengthening the 4 core pillars of your entire inner world.
And here they are, the 4 interior empires. Your mindset, which is your psychology. Your heartset, that's your emotional well-being. Your healthset, your physical energy. And your soulset, your connection to purpose. The whole idea is that your outer world is always a reflection of this inner world. To build empires on the outside, you first have to cultivate them on the inside.
Okay, this all sounds great. But let's be totally honest. Making a big change like this is hard. So how do you actually make this new routine automatic? Well, guess what? There's a protocol for that.
This quote just nails the journey of building a habit. It's predictable. And if you know these stages, it helps you push through when it gets tough, because you know exactly what to expect.
Research from University College London actually suggests it takes, on average, 66 days for a new habit to become automatic. So that's your target.
You're not just going to try it for a week. You're committing to a 66-day installation process.
And this shows you the 3 phases perfectly. The first 22 days are what's called destruction. You're fighting against your old habits, and yeah, it's gonna feel hard. The next 22 are installation. That's the messy middle, where things feel a little confusing, but new pathways are forming in your brain. And then finally, integration. That's where it all clicks. The habit becomes your new normal, and it takes way less willpower to do it.
So, winning the morning is the start. But how do you translate that early victory into real results throughout the entire day? Let's look at a few simple but super powerful execution systems.
These systems are absolute game changers for turning morning energy into all-day results. First, the 90-91 rule. For the next 90 days, you dedicate your first 90 minutes of work to your #1 project. No exceptions. This protects your best energy for your most important work. Next, the 60-10 method. You work with intense, deep focus for 60 minutes, and then you deliberately recover for 10. This stops you from burning out. And finally, the daily 5. Instead of a huge to-do list, you just identify 5 small things that, if you get them done, will make today a win.
We've covered the philosophy, the formula, and the execution. So now it's time to turn all this knowledge into action with a really concrete experiment.
Look, you don't have to commit to 66 days blindly. Just try a 14-day experiment. For 2 weeks, run the victory hour, apply that 90-91 rule, and just track the results. Rate your energy, your focus, your output. See for yourself what changes. Notice the friction points, see what's working, and just gather your own data.
So here it is. The bottom line. The perfect time to start will never come. The only time you really have is right now. The challenge is simple. Start tomorrow morning. Don't overthink it. Just set the alarm, and when it goes off, begin. Win that first hour, and then just watch how it changes everything that follows.